My name is Bonnie Wolfrum, and this is my informative speech on Parkinson's disease. I chose this because my mother-in-law suffers from Parkinson's disease. Have you ever seen someone who is shaking uncontrollably, or may shuffle when they walk, or they may freeze when trying to go through a doorway? Well, these are all signs of someone who is suffering from Parkinson's disease. Although many people may have heard of Parkinson's disease, do they fully understand what it is, who it affects, or the treatments that are out there for people who suffer from this uncontrollable disease? Well, what is Parkinson's disease? Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder which leads to progressive deterioration of motor function due to loss of dopamine-producing brain cells. Parkinson's disease is the second most common neurodegenerative disorder. Parkinson's disease is the most common movement disorder. There are four main symptoms of Parkinson's disease. They include shaking or tremors, slowness of movement, stiffness of arms, legs, or trunk, and trouble with balance. This information is also supported by National Parkinson's Foundation. Who does Parkinson's disease affect? Parkinson's disease affects approximately 1.5 million Americans. Parkinson's disease is diagnosed in more than 50,000 Americans each year. It affects men more often than women. It is most common in people in age over 60. However, about 15% of patients with Parkinson's disease are diagnosed before the age of 40. This information is according to the Parkinson's Institution and Clinical Center. What kinds of treatments are there for people with Parkinson's disease? Well, there is no known cure for Parkinson's disease. As the disease worsens, they may need to have a surgery called deep brain stimulation, which is also called DBS. DBS has given some patients dramatic improvement for both stiffness and tremors. This information is supported by the Mayo Clinic. In some cases, patients may need physical therapy. Physical therapy can help restore normal body alignment, enhance balance and motor responses, and improve the ability to initiate movement. This information is supported by WebMD. Michael J. Fox, who has Parkinson's disease and was diagnosed in 1991 at the age of 30, started a foundation to help with the research of Parkinson's disease. The Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research is the largest nonprofit funder of Parkinson's drug development in the world. For further information on Michael J. Fox's foundation, you can visit his website. With this information, people will now have awareness of Parkinson's disease, like what it is, who it affects, and the different treatments available for people who suffer from this incurable disease. So remember, that person in front of you who may be shaking uncontrollably or shuffling when they walk or may freeze up when trying to walk through a doorway may be suffering from Parkinson's disease. This man, he has Parkinson's disease, and he forward tilts of his trunk. He reduces his arm swinging, shuffling gait with short steps. He's rigid and trembling of the head, and rigidity and trembling of his extremities. This is what someone with Parkinson's disease may look like. Does anybody have any questions?
What's the long-term effects once these are just like the symptoms? But I'm talking long-term once the disease has actually progressed.
Well, as it worsens, there's nothing that really can be done. All these things happen and they just progressively get worse to where you're immobile and you won't move at all. You may be bedridden, or you will need constant care as the disease progresses.
How fast does it progress?
It depends on the person. It progresses differently with each person. It may take years and years before it progresses.
Your mother-in-law, how long ago was she diagnosed?
She was diagnosed at the age of 40, and she is now 69 years old and is completely bedridden.
Okay, so she has to have full-time care.
Yes, she has full-time care. She's in a nursing facility who cares for her full-time. Thank you, everybody, for listening to my speech on Parkinson's disease.